What if I told you that in the next few minutes, you could completely shift your life? No long-winded self-help theories, no waiting years for results. Just a simple, powerful formula that you can use right now to create massive change. We all want better health, more money, fulfilling relationships, but why do some people get what they want while others struggle? The truth is, success isn't about luck. It's about using the right strategy. And today, I'm going to give you a simple but powerful formula that will instantly improve your life if you commit to applying it. Are you ready? Then let's dive in. Every major transformation in life begins with a single powerful force: decision. Not just the kind of decision where you say, I should do this, or it would be nice if that happened, but a real, committed, non-negotiable decision. The kind of decision where you burn the boats, eliminate the excuses, and refuse to accept anything less than what you desire. Most people never truly decide. They wish, they hope, they kind of want something, but they leave the back door open just in case it gets too hard, uncomfortable, or inconvenient. That's not a decision. That's a preference. And preferences don't change lives. When you look at anyone who has made a massive breakthrough, whether in business, health, relationships, or any other area, there was always a defining moment. A moment where they stopped tolerating their current reality and decided that enough was enough. They drew a line in the sand. They made a real decision. And from that moment forward, their entire life shifted. The reason most people stay stuck isn't because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunities. It's because they haven't decided. They think they have, but deep down, they're still hesitating. They're still holding on to old habits, old stories, and old patterns that keep them exactly where they are. But the truth is, change happens the moment you finally make a decision that you will no longer tolerate anything less than your best. A true decision means cutting off all other options. The word decide comes from the Latin root decidere, which means to cut off. That means when you decide, you eliminate every other possibility except success. You stop entertaining doubt, you stop making excuses, and you commit to the path forward with everything you have. Think about some of the most defining moments in your own life, the moments where everything changed, where you stepped up, broke through, and achieved something you once thought was impossible. It all started with a decision. Maybe it was deciding to take control of your health even when you had failed in the past. Maybe it was deciding to leave a toxic relationship even when fear tried to hold you back. Maybe it was deciding to finally pursue your dream even when others doubted you. Whatever it was, the shift didn't happen because of luck or external circumstances. It happened because you made a firm, unwavering decision. The problem is, most people make decisions based on their current conditions, not their true potential. They look at their bank account, their past failures, or their current limitations, and let those things dictate their future. But that's not how real change happens. If you want to improve your life instantly, you have to start making decisions from a place of power, not fear, not doubt, not excuses. You have to decide based on where you want to go, not where you currently are. The moment you decide, truly decide, you tap into a force greater than any obstacle standing in your way. You shift from hoping to knowing. You move from hesitation to certainty. And that certainty is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who remain stuck in mediocrity. Your emotional state is the foundation of every action, decision, and experience in your life. It dictates how you think, how you behave, and ultimately what you achieve. Most people believe their emotions are something that just happens to them, that they have little to no control over how they feel. They wake up in a bad mood, and their entire day follows that pattern. They receive bad news, and suddenly their motivation disappears. They let their circumstances dictate their emotions instead of realizing that they have the power to control their state at any given moment. Your emotional state is not random. It is the result of three key factors: focus, physiology, and meaning. When you understand how these three elements shape your emotions, you gain the ability to shift your state instantly, no matter what is happening around you. The first factor is focus. Whatever you focus on, you feel. If you constantly focus on problems, failures, or what's missing in your life, You will feel frustrated, overwhelmed, or even hopeless. But if you train yourself to focus on possibilities, solutions, and what you're grateful for, your emotional state will shift immediately. Most people allow their focus to be controlled by external events. They see a negative headline, they hear someone complain, they dwell on a past mistake, and without realizing it, they spiral into an emotional state that weakens them. But the moment you consciously take control of your focus, you take control of your emotions. The second factor is physiology. Your body is a direct reflection of your emotional state, and your emotional state is a direct reflection of your body. If you feel exhausted, defeated, or unmotivated, look at your posture, your breathing, your movement. Are your shoulders slumped? Is your breathing shallow? Are you moving slowly? Every emotion has a corresponding physiological pattern. Confidence has a pattern. Excitement has a pattern. The fastest way to change how you feel is to change how you move. Stand up straight, take deep breaths, move with energy, and you will feel an instant shift. Your body is the fastest access point to changing your emotions, yet most people never use it to their advantage. The third factor is meaning. Every event in your life is neutral until you give it meaning. Two people can experience the same situation, yet one sees it as a tragedy, while the other sees it as a challenge to overcome. Why? Because of the meaning they attach to it. If you believe that a setback is proof that you're not good enough, you will feel discouraged. But if you believe that the same setback is a lesson that's preparing you for something greater, you will feel empowered. Your emotions are not dictated by what happens to you, but by the meaning you assign to those events. People who master their emotional state don't have perfect lives. They experience setbacks, disappointments, and challenges just like everyone else. The difference is they don't allow those circumstances to control them. They have trained themselves to shift their focus, adjust their physiology, and reframe the meaning of their experiences in a way that keeps them strong, driven, and resilient. The quality of your life is directly tied to the emotions you live in. If you constantly feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or uncertain, it's not because of your external circumstances. It's because of the emotional states you allow yourself to stay in. The good news is you don't have to wait for circumstances to change in order to feel better. You have the power to change your emotional state in an instant. And when you learn to do that consistently, you gain control over every aspect of your life. Everything you experience in life is shaped by three key forces: focus, meaning, and action. These three elements create the formula that determines the quality of your life, the results you achieve, and the emotions you feel every single day. Most people go through life reacting to circumstances, believing that their emotions and outcomes are out of their control. But the truth is, the way you feel and the way you act are driven by what you choose to focus on, the meaning you assign to your experiences, and the actions you take as a result. Master this formula and you gain the ability to change your life instantly. The first part of the formula is focus. Whatever you focus on, you feel. If you focus on problems, you'll feel stuck. If you focus on opportunities, you'll feel empowered. Most people don't realize how much control they have over their own experience because they've never trained themselves to manage their focus. They wake up and immediately check their phones, absorbing negativity from the news or social media. They replay past failures in their minds, reinforcing feelings of regret or self-doubt. They worry about the worst case scenario, creating unnecessary fear and anxiety. But the moment you shift your focus, everything changes. Think about it. Right now, in this moment, you could focus on everything that's wrong in your life and you'd instantly feel stressed or discouraged. Or you could focus on everything you've achieved, everything you're capable of, and everything you're grateful for, and you'd immediately feel more confident and inspired. The external situation hasn't changed, only your focus has, yet that single shift alters your entire emotional state. This is the power of focus. Whatever you focus on expands. So if you want to improve your life, you must learn to direct your focus intentionally. The second part of the formula is meaning. Once you focus on something, your mind automatically assigns meaning to it. This meaning determines whether you feel empowered or disempowered, whether you take action or retreat in fear. The same event can happen to two different people, yet they will have completely different experiences based on the meaning they attach to it. Imagine two people lose their jobs. One person sees it as a disaster, a sign that they're a failure, and they spiral into stress and self-doubt. The other person sees it as a blessing, an opportunity to finally pursue the career they've always wanted. The situation is the same, but the meaning is different, and that meaning shapes their entire response. This applies to everything in life. If someone criticizes you, you can interpret it as an attack and feel hurt, or you can see it as valuable feedback and use it to grow. If you make a mistake, you can see it as proof that you're not good enough, or you can see it as a necessary step in the learning process. Meaning is not assigned by reality, it is assigned by you. The final part of the formula is action. Your focus creates your emotions, your meaning determines your mindset, but ultimately nothing changes without action. The problem is most people wait until they feel ready before they take action. They wait for motivation, inspiration, or the perfect circumstances. But the truth is, action itself is what creates those feelings. The fastest way to break out of fear, doubt, or hesitation is to take immediate, decisive action toward your goal. The moment you take action, you interrupt the patterns of overthinking and procrastination that keep you stuck. If you've ever felt completely unmotivated, but then forced yourself to start moving, you've experienced this firsthand. Maybe you didn't feel like working out, but once you started, your energy increased. Maybe you didn't feel like working on a project, but once you took the first step, you got into a flow. Action's what creates momentum, and momentum is what fuels motivation. Most people get stuck in the loop of thinking and analyzing but never acting. They focus on their limitations, attach negative meaning to their challenges, and then hesitate to take action because they feel powerless. But those who transform their lives understand that this formula works in their favor when used intentionally. They focus on solutions instead of problems. They assign empowering meanings to their experiences, and they take immediate, consistent action toward what they want. Your entire life is shaped by what you believe to be true. Your beliefs determine how you think, how you feel, and what you do. They act as a filter through which you interpret every experience, every challenge, and every opportunity. Whether you realize it or not, everything you have or don't have in your life right now is a direct result of the beliefs you hold about yourself, the world, and what is possible for you. Most people assume that their beliefs are based on reality, that they see the world as it is, but that's not true. You don't see reality, you see your version of reality, shaped by your beliefs. Two people can experience the same situation, but interpret it in completely different ways, simply because of the beliefs they carry. If one person believes that success is only for the lucky or privileged, they will never take the actions needed to create success for themselves. But if another person believes that success is a result of consistent effort and learning, they will keep pushing forward no matter the obstacles. The situation itself doesn't determine the outcome. Beliefs do. Beliefs are powerful because they create self-fulfilling prophecies. When you believe something to be true, your mind looks for evidence to support it. If you believe you're not good at something, you'll notice every small mistake you make, reinforcing that belief. If you believe people are untrustworthy, you'll focus on every time someone lets you down. But if you shift your belief, your mind will shift its focus as well. Believe you're capable, and suddenly you start noticing moments of success, proof that you are growing and improving. Your beliefs influence your emotions, and your emotions drive your actions. If you believe you're not smart enough to achieve a goal, you'll feel unmotivated and uncertain, which will cause you to take half-hearted action or no action at all. That lack of effort then leads to poor results, which reinforces your original belief that you're not capable. This is how limiting beliefs keep people stuck in cycles of frustration and failure. But the moment you change your belief, you change the entire pattern. Most of your beliefs were formed at an early age, often without you even realizing it. They came from your parents, your teachers, your culture, and past experiences. If you were told repeatedly as a child that money is hard to earn, you may still believe that financial success is out of reach. If you were criticized harshly, you may have developed a belief that you're not good enough, even if you've proven otherwise in adulthood. These old beliefs are like invisible scripts running in the background of your mind, controlling your actions and decisions. The key to changing your life is identifying and transforming the beliefs that are holding you back. Start by questioning them. Where did this belief come from? Is it actually true, or is it just something I've accepted without question? Has this belief helped me, or has it limited me? When you begin to challenge your limiting beliefs, you weaken their hold over you, and when you replace them with empowering beliefs, everything in your life starts to shift. One of the fastest ways to change a belief is through new experiences. If you've always believed you're bad at something, go out and prove yourself wrong by taking action. If you've always believed success is out of reach, surround yourself with people who have achieved it and learn from them. The more evidence you gather to support a new belief, the stronger it becomes. Beliefs are not set in stone, they are choices. And the beliefs you choose will determine the reality you experience. Your body and mind are not separate. They are deeply connected, influencing each other every second of every day. Most people think that their emotions shape how they move and carry themselves. When they feel confident, they stand tall. When they feel defeated, they slouch. While this is true, what many don't realize is that the reverse is also true. The way you move, breathe, and position your body directly impacts how you think and feel. This is why physiology drives psychology. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how hard it is to feel truly depressed while standing tall, breathing deeply, and smiling? Or how difficult it is to feel energized and powerful if you're slouched over, taking shallow breaths and moving sluggishly? That's because your emotions don't just happen inside your head. They are created through movement, posture, and breath. Your physiology is the fastest way to shift your state of mind because it immediately changes the signals your brain receives about how you should feel. Every emotion has a corresponding physiological pattern. When you're happy, your body is loose, your movements are energetic, and your breathing is deep and steady. When you're stressed, your muscles tighten, your shoulders rise, your breathing becomes shallow, and your posture collapses. When you're confident, your chest is open, your head is high, and your steps are firm and purposeful. These patterns don't just reflect your emotions, they create them. The moment you shift your physiology, your brain takes that as a signal to shift your emotional state as well. This is why elite performers, athletes, and high achievers pay so much attention to their body language and movement. They understand that before they can achieve peak performance mentally, they must get their body into the right state. If you ever watch top athletes before a big game, you'll see them jump, stretch, breathe deeply, and move with intensity. They aren't just warming up their bodies, they're priming their minds for peak performance. They know that if they carry themselves with strength, their mind will follow. Most people, however, don't use this principle to their advantage. Instead, they allow their physiology to reinforce negative emotions. If they feel overwhelmed, they collapse into their chair, sigh deeply, and let their body mirror their stress. If they feel anxious, they pace nervously, breathe rapidly, and tense up. Without realizing it, they are feeding their own negative emotional state through their physiology. But the moment they take control of their body by standing tall, breathing deeply, or moving with power, they can instantly change how they feel. Breathing is one of the most powerful tools for controlling your emotional state. Shallow, rapid breathing signals to the brain that you're in a state of stress or fear, triggering the fight or flight response. Deep, controlled breathing, on the other hand, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms you down and shifts you into a more focused and relaxed state. This is why practices like meditation, yoga, and breath work are so effective. They directly alter your physiology, which in turn changes your mental and emotional state. Another key factor is movement. The simple act of standing up and moving with energy can shift your mood in seconds. If you're feeling tired or unmotivated, try doing 10 jumping jacks, taking a quick walk, or stretching your arms up as high as you can. These movements instantly increase blood flow, release endorphins, and send a message to your brain that it's time to wake up and engage. Posture also plays a crucial role in shaping your emotions. Studies have shown that maintaining an open, upright posture increases confidence and reduces stress hormones, while slouching can lead to feelings of insecurity and low energy. This means that something as simple as keeping your shoulders back, chest open, and chin up can have a profound impact on how you feel and how others perceive you. Your physiology is the key to unlocking peak performance, confidence, and emotional resilience. If you ever feel stuck in a negative state, don't just try to think your way out of it. Move your way out of it. Change your breath, change your posture, change your energy, and watch how quickly your mind follows. Success is not a mystery. It's not something reserved for a select few who are born with special talents, extraordinary luck, or some secret formula that no one else has access to. Success follows patterns. It leaves behind a trail of clues, strategies, habits, and mindsets that anyone can study, adopt, and apply to their own life. If you want to achieve success in any area, business, health, relationships, or personal growth, the fastest way to get there is to learn from those who have already done it. Most people make the mistake of trying to figure everything out on their own. They struggle, they guess, they take the long road, hoping that one day they'll stumble upon the right answers. But the most successful people in the world don't do this. They seek out the people who have already achieved what they want, and they study their approach. They look at what works and model it. They understand that success is a process, not an accident, and that by following the blueprint of those who have already walked the path, they can accelerate their own progress. Think about anything you've ever learned in life, whether it was riding a bike, learning a sport, or mastering a skill. Chances are you learned it by watching someone else do it first. You observed their technique, mimicked their movements, and adjusted based on their feedback. Success works the same way. There are people who have already solved the problems you're facing, who have already overcome the obstacles you're struggling with, and who have already figured out the most effective strategies to achieve the results you want. The key is to find those people, study what they did, and apply those lessons to your own life. Modeling success doesn't mean blindly copying someone. It means understanding the principles behind their success and adapting them to fit your own strengths, circumstances, and goals. If someone has built a thriving business, look at their habits, mindset, and decision-making process. If someone is in incredible physical shape, study their routines, their nutrition, and how they stay disciplined. If someone has a great relationship, observe how they communicate, how they handle challenges, and how they prioritize their partner. There is always a pattern, and if you take the time to find it, you can replicate that success in your own life. One of the biggest advantages of modeling success is that it allows you to bypass years of trial and error. Instead of wasting time making mistakes that others have already learned from, you can leverage their experience and avoid common pitfalls. This is why mentorship, books, courses, and coaching are so powerful. They give you direct access to the knowledge and wisdom of those who have already achieved what you want. The people who succeed at the highest levels are obsessed with learning from others. They read books, attend seminars, listen to experts, and surround themselves with people who push them to grow. They don't let their ego get in the way. They don't assume they already know everything. Instead, they seek out those who are ahead of them and absorb as much knowledge as possible. They understand that every great achievement leaves behind clues, and if they are willing to study those clues, they can create success for themselves. The truth is, success is predictable. If you follow the same strategies, take the same actions, and develop the same mindset as those who have already succeeded, you will eventually get similar results. It's not a question of if, it's only a question of when. The only thing standing between you and the success you want is your willingness to seek out the clues, learn from them, and take consistent action toward your goals. Everything in life comes down to the choices you make, the beliefs you hold, and the actions you take. Success, happiness, and fulfillment are not random. They follow patterns, and those patterns can be learned, modeled, and applied. The formula is simple. Control your focus, assign empowering meaning to every experience, and take massive, consistent action. Your emotions, your decisions, and your results are within your control. Your physiology shapes your psychology, your beliefs shape your reality, and the people who have already succeeded leave behind clues that you can follow. The only question is, will you take advantage of this knowledge, or will you continue to let life happen to you? The power to transform your life is already in your hands. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making a decision, shifting your state, and taking action now. Because the truth is, your life will change the moment you decide to change it.